Hello and welcome. In this video, we will look at the Standard 11th English Supplementary, that is the Snapshots book. Today, we will discuss the first chapter from this supplementary reader, Snapshots, and the name of the first chapter is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. It is written by William Saroyan. Now, before we discuss this story, I would like to give you a little summary, and also please note that this is sort of a discussion rather than a line by line explanation of the story, since supplementary reader is to be done solely by the students, yet I am discussing this for your own benefit. So let us begin. The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse is written by William Saroyan. The story is about two Armenian boys. Armenian, coming from the word Armenia. Armenia is a place which is located somewhere in the Middle East. Aram and Murad, who belong to the Garoglanian family. Their tribe is known for their honesty. They are poor and can hardly earn money for food. They both longed to ride a horse. Murad had stolen a horse from a farmer a month ago. One early morning, he brought it to the window of Aram and asked him to come along for a ride. They rode the horse for many days. When Aram gets to know the horse is stolen, he gets shocked but discounts the stealing in his mind. One day, the owner of the horse, John Byro, comes to his house to complain about his missing horse to Uncle Khusro. One day, on their way back to hide the horse on the deserted vineyard, they meet the owner and feel guilty at the end. The next morning, they return the horse back to the owner's barn. So, this story is about two cousins, Aram and Murad, and they belong to the famous Garoglanian tribe. Now, Garoglanians were known for their honesty and they never lied. Okay, so Murad steals a horse and he stole it a month ago and he had used it to ride because Murad loved horses, and he also knew that Aram was also fond of riding horses, but they were so poor that they could not afford to buy one on their own, which is why they had stolen it. And that horse belonged to somebody named John Byro, and he was a farmer. And John Byro had come to complain about his missing horse to Aram's uncle Khusro. Okay, so Aram got to know from John Byro's complaint that Murad had stolen the horse a month ago, but still they did not return it immediately. They kept it with themselves for 2 weeks, and it was by chance that one day when they were returning from their adventure with the horse, they happened to meet Byro on their way back, and Byro recognized the horse to be his own horse, but he could not doubt the honesty of these boys because they belonged to the Garoglanian family, and he was forced to believe that this horse was actually a twin of the horse which he owned. So he dismissed the thought that these two boys had stolen the horse, and he goes back, and the next day Aram and Murad, they return the horse to Byro. So it is just a little fun filled story, and it tells us about Aram and Murad's adventure with the horse, what all they do, how Murad is, how Aram is, how they feel, how they are different from each other. It's all that. Okay, so let us see what is there in the story. Aram and Murad were two poor boys who belonged to the Armenian Garoglanian family, who were famous for their honesty since the 11th century. One early morning, when Aram was deeply asleep and lost in pleasant dreams, his cousin Murad appeared at his window with a beautiful white horse. Aram was in shock and complete disbelief and thought it to be one of his dreams. But since there was little light outside, he knew this for sure that the horse was real. So Murad had brought the horse just to Aram's house, and he stood under the window and he called out Aram that he had brought that horse and would he like to go on a ride with him. So Aram, at first, he was really shocked because he was in deep sleep, and when he got up, he got to see that horse, and he thought that it was a vision from his dream. But later on, he realized that it was not really a dream, and he was extremely delighted. He was surprised, and he could not believe that his cousin Murad had done such a thing. As they were poverty stricken, he couldn't believe that the horse was their own. He was trying to figure out if the horse had been stolen by his cousin Murad, and he asked him several questions in this regard. Okay, so Aram was really very skeptical. He was doubtful and he suspected that Murad had somehow stolen the horse because they were so poor the that they could not afford to buy a horse, and horses are generally very expensive. Okay, so he tried questioning Murad in this way or that way, and somehow or the other he wanted to extract that answer from him that yes, he had stolen that horse. Murad had come to invite him for a ride along. He asked him to make it quick before everyone in the world woke up. Aram wore his clothes and leaped out of the window and sat behind Murad on the horse. So Aram was told that uh, Murad, okay, Murad told Aram that he had come to take him on a ride with that horse. Now Aram was really doubtful, but the temptation of riding a horse was much more than questioning who that horse belonged to. Okay, so what Aram did was Aram he quickly changed into proper dress because he was sleeping in his night dress, and he leaped out of the window. He jumped out of the window and he sat behind Murad on the horse. So Aram was too excited to go on a horse ride with Murad. They rode on the old countryside of the area where they lived, that is the Walnut Avenue. After some time, Murad asked him to get off as he wanted to ride the horse by himself. Aram asked him if he could also ride the horse alone, just like him, to which Murad said that they would see if it was for his own safety. So, after trotting through the Walnut Avenue where they lived, Murad told Aram that he wanted to ride the horse on his own, and Aram to that he also asked whether he was also uh, permitted to ride the horse alone just like Murad. So Murad said that whether it would be really safe for Aram to ride the horse on his own, first they would judge that and then they would decide whether Aram was really capable of riding the horse or not. So Murad was a very good rider, and he was very good with horses. He knew how to handle horses. Okay, so that is why he wanted to ride the horse and see how it felt like. So Aram got to know that Murad had stolen the horse a month ago and was riding it every morning. So somehow during this, the conversation turned, and these two boys were talking about the horse, and somehow Murad told Aram that it was since a month that he had been riding that horse. When Aram got his chance of a ride, the horse took him to the vineyard and threw him off and ran away. So, see what Murad told, that whether it was safe for Aram to ride the horse or not, first they would see but Aram was adamant and he wanted to ride. But as a result of his, you know, what do you call? As a result of his determined to ride the horse, and that is why when he rode, he was thrown off and he could not control the horse, and the horse ran away. Okay, so it was a terrible experience for Aram. After searching for 30 minutes, Murad finally managed to find the horse, and they hid him in a deserted vineyard that had some oats and alfalfa. So obviously, if they are keeping the horse with themselves, they have to feed the horse. So they found out a place which was really isolated and empty and deserted, and they put the horse there and also gave some food to it. Now Murad had a way with everything, especially with horses. He knew how to handle every type of animal and also humans. Okay, so their adventure with the horse continued. Every morning for 2 weeks they would take the horse for a ride and then hit it again. Okay, so this experience that Aram had did not let him be afraid to ride a horse. Rather, both Murad and Aram, they both continued with their secret adventure with the horse. One day, John Byro, a farmer, came to Aram's house to spend some time talking to his uncle Khusro, who was an irritated and loud man shouting at almost everything. So, Uncle Khusro was really very eccentric, he was very different. He remained always irritable, and he always shouted at everything. So John Byro, he was a farmer. He came to meet Uncle Khusro, and what did he say? He told about his missing horse, whom he bought for $60. For 1 month, he couldn't find it, and he walked for 10 miles to come to their house. So John Byro, he told that he also had a horse which was missing since a month, and he had bought that horse for $60, which is really expensive, and this he had come to tell to Uncle Khusro, and he had come walking 10 miles to their house. So Khusro roared at him and told him, "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." So Byro became irritated by his attitude and went away. So Khusro did not pay much attention to this, and John Byro was frustrated, and thus he had to leave. Okay. Aram went to Murad and told him about the missing horse of Byro and asked him not to return the horse until he learned to ride it. So Murad told him that it would take 1 year for him to learn to ride the horse. He further angrily agreed, angrily added, that they could not be thieves as their tribe was known for honesty, and said that they would return the horse after 6 months. Every morning for 2 weeks they rode the horse. So Aram was now aware of John Byro's missing horse, and he went and told Murad that that horse belonged to Byro. Perhaps, obviously, Murad also knew from where he had stolen the horse, but Aram did not want to return it. He wanted to learn riding a horse first, and then he wanted to return. And Murad, made fun of him, saying that it would take him 1 year. So they could not keep the horse for 1 year because it would be obviously equal to stealing. And over here, Murad told him that they would, you know, keep the horse for 6 months, and since and during that time, they would take the horse and they would learn riding the horse. So in the meantime also they have a discussion regarding stealing, and Murad tells him that stealing will this taking away the horse from Byro is not equal to stealing, because he has not sold the horse to anybody. So he has just borrowed the horse from Byro, and that he was intent on returning the horse as well. So finally, they decided to keep the horse for 6 months, and that during this time they would practice horse riding. One day, on their way back to hide the horse at the secret spot, they met John Byro, who was going back to the town. So Adam and Murad, they were face to face with John Byro with the horse. So he talked to them and carefully examined the horse. Pyro admitted that the horse looked exactly like the one he had, but since he knew his parents and the honesty of their family, he didn't believe that they had his missing horse. See, this is the main point which has been repeated again and again, that the Garoglanian family was known for its honesty, and that it was definitely, you know, unacceptable that these two boys who belonged to that particular family, to that particular tribe, could do such a thing. So Byro also dismissed the fact that these two boys had stolen his horse. So he believed that it was a twin horse. So Byro thought maybe his horse which he was missing, it must have had a twin, and this was the twin which was with Aram and Murad. He did not consider the option that Murad had stolen the horse. Why? Because of the family reputation of being honest. So Murad managed to let Byro assume that it was not his horse, so they went away. The next morning, both of them took the horse back to Byro's vineyard and put it in the barn. The dogs followed them all along quietly, and they left the place. So they thought, Murad and Aram thought that enough fun they had. Now that Byro had already, noticed them with the horse, it was rather safe to return the horse than playing with fire. So that is why the next day they returned the horse and they came back. The same afternoon, which same afternoon? The morning when they returned the horse to Byro's vineyard. That same afternoon, John Byro came back to his house to tell his mother about his horse who had come back. He was happy and was astonished to see the horse's bad temper, and it was stronger than ever. Uncle Khusro again rode, "Quiet, man, quiet. Your horse has been returned. Pay no attention to it." So he was very, very happy. But again, Uncle Khusro, he remained the same irritable and shouting man, and he asked Byro not to pay any attention to it now that the horse had come back. Okay, so that's it with the story. It's a very nice story, and themes, it's definitely honesty, and it emphasizes on the fact that stealing is bad, and the primary message of the story is that despite social or economic challenges, there are some truths which are absolute and should be practiced under all conditions. It is undeniable that the story is set within a family that is poor. So, obviously, being poor, you are sometimes tempted, most of the times rather, tempted to steal. Okay, so Murad and Aram, they also faced the same dilemma, but they did not do anything wrong, and ultimately they returned the horse and they stuck to their reputation, to their qualities, to their what you call principles. Okay. Irony. What is irony? Irony means when you say something and you do exactly the opposite of it. Okay. So the irony lies in the fact that Murad, a member of the Garaglanian family, steals a white horse, and his family is locally renowned for its honesty. So somebody who is honest would not steal, but Murad, being an honest, being a member of the honest tribe, steals. So that is somehow ironical. Okay. And lastly, I would like to thank the websites from where I have taken material for making this video. So those websites are Success Series, Brainly, Merit Nation, and I have also taken images from the Google Photos. So that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next video, and thank you.